Mr. Tomasini, you've had enough time now. I instruct you to answer the question.
I decline to answer on the ground it may tend to incriminate me.
And those were the highlights of today's Senate Rackets hearings here in Kansas City. The committee has recessed now until Monday, when it begins the next phase of its investigation in Los Angeles. We have been informed that one of the first witnesses to appear before the committee in Los Angeles will be Leo Tucci. In New York, it's been announced that the Security Council will unquestionably be taking up the Cyprus issue at the first possible opportunity.
I don't have to tell you how important this contract is. The price we're paying should give you a pretty fair idea. Paul, the man with whom you'll do business on the coast, has helped us initiate some of our most far-reaching commitments. He's maintained a position of top-level influence. Summit. You could almost say he knows where the bodies are buried. Now, in regard to our young Mr. Martin here, sure he earns his keep. According to him, he's climbed every palm tree in Southern California.
I was born in L.A. I lived there till about a year ago. My mother's still there.
Incidentally, he has an acquaintance with the party in question.
That's right, Mr. Donnell. I went to school with his daughter.
There you are, Paul, first-class guide. So, we're set. You have your expense money, you have your tickets. I guess there's only one more thing. There she is. A lady without a past.
Well, it's got to be very important.
I just had a call from Senator Maxwell of the Crime Committee. He'd like a 24-hour cover for Leo Tucci.
Got to be kidding.
That's right. It's a big joke. And while you're laughing, set up a roster for his home and office. You and Kirby can take care of him personally.
Why? Oh, come on now, Barry. You really expect him to sing? And what does he know about organized crime anyway? Made all his millions from wise investments.
Well, I've been appointed liaison for the Crime Committee while they're sitting here. The story I get is that they've dug up enough evidence to put Tucci away forever, unless he talks.
Oh, come on. You expect him to talk?
Well, apparently the syndicate does, or they wouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
A tip's come in from a reliable pigeon. Tucci's old pals have issued a contract to hit him.
After all these years?
You with it now?
Look, Nick, I'm not asking you to like Tucci. Just protect him. It's a job.
Anything on the guy with the contract?
Nothing. SOP is they send a gun we've never seen before.
You checked with intelligence out at International Airport?
Yep. The only interesting new arrivals have been a few old faces, bunco boys, a couple of petty larceny punks. They're being tailed. I'll bet that gun's in town right now.
He's right on time. 3 days now, and he hasn't varied his schedule 6 minutes.
Sergeant, pardon my French, but you're ready in mine. Look, what's your name?
Anderson.
Look, Andy, nobody's gonna kill me. Nobody's gonna even try.
Why, you think you're too big?
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. If you get some little hood from out of town, it's one thing, but me, I'm a respectable citizen. A pillar of society. Hit me? It's bad publicity. They don't want that. You take my word. You got a bum steer.
Now, look, Mr. Tucci, you may be a very big man, but you actually think your former associates are going to sit by and let you testify?
Okay, thanks for the tip. Now, I got work to do.
Mr. Tucci, I'm placing a police guard around your office and your home.
Oh, no. I don't like cops hanging around my house. Look, I mingle with important people.
I don't care who you mingle with. Now, look, Tucci, I know for the last 15 years you've been a regular saint that there isn't a charity in this town you haven't given some money to. Now, maybe these important people you mingle with forgot where that money came from, but I haven't.
I never liked a fresh cop.
You don't have to like me. All you have to do is learn to live with me.
I'll talk to my lawyer about that.
Yeah, you do that. And you tell him our information comes from a very reliable source. You can be a dead man. Like that.
I'll take care of myself.
Good. But, tell me, who's going to take care of those important people you mingle with? Now, whether you like it or not, I'm afraid you're stuck with me.
You know, I don't know what we're arguing about. We're both on the same side.
I don't think so. Now, you get this straight. I don't care what you tell that committee. To me, you'll always be a hood.
I figure we ought to hit him when he goes to lunch. Yeah, you know, lots of people on the street, traffic and everything.
What?
Well, I was thinking, maybe we ought to do it when he goes to lunch.
Yeah? Maybe.
That's funny. Me telling you when we should do it. Boy, the way you handled Andy Comedy. Yeah, now that was beautiful. Middle of the day, him sitting there in the barber's chair. You hit him, he's out of it, you're gone. Just beautiful. Clean, too. Listen, that's the way we'll handle this Tucci thing, huh?
You in a hurry?
No hurry. Well, maybe I am a little anxious. You know, my first contract. Big one, too. Well, it's your contract, but it's important to me, too. You know, a thing like this could lead to lots of things.
Yeah. Another contract, that's all.
Well, what do you say, Mr. Donnell?
Look, kid, why don't you just take it easy, huh? Don't rush it. Slow down. We've been tailing him 3 days. Is he right-handed or left-handed? Does he always wear glasses? Does he carry a gun?
Yeah, we haven't had a real close look at him.
Ooh. In and out of the car, that's all. I want to see him standing still. Look, kid, you want to start earning your keep?
Sure.
Tucci's kid. The girl you went to school with. How about a class reunion?
Well, I'd like to see you, too. I'll tell you what, we're having a little party. Why don't you drop over?
Well, how about my friend?
Well, so bring him along.
Okay, we'll see you later.
All right. Bye. Excuse me. Hi. What's the matter? Your past catching up with you? Boy I went to school with, Colin Martin. I hardly knew him. I hope I remember what he looked like. But he worshipped you from afar, you heartbreaker, you. You better believe it.
Yeah. Come on in. Every penny goes to the strep kids. It's a regular country fair out in the backyard.
Out in the backyard?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of acres back there.
What's the occasion tonight?
A little party for the girls helping with the affair. Come on. Oh, do me a favor, will you? When you meet Angela, don't say anything about being cops. Business associates. Okay?
You ready?
Just about. Let me have your gun.
Huh?
I said, let me have your gun.
What, are you gonna leave him here?
That's right.
Huh? You're the doctor.
And don't you forget it.
Where's your drink, Danny?
I'm tapering off.
Trying to keep in shape? Hmm?
Excuse me.
I don't mind.
20. You're not listening to me. Oh, excuse me, Angela. Scotch and water, please. Hi. Having a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Who are you?
Just a friend of the family's.
Me too. That makes us cousins. Listen, can we be kissing cousins? I'll tell you why. At the fair, I'm working the bus booth. For $1, you get to plant a cousinly kiss on Charity's cheek. Only thing is, I'm out of practice. Are you sure we're cousins?
That's your story.
Why don't we go someplace and talk it over? Give me 5 minutes and I'll meet you outside.
Scotch and water. Hi.
Well, how you doing?
What a convention we got here.
Yeah, quite a crowd.
Well, one thing about Mr. Tucci, when he gives a party, he really gives a party.
Yeah, he's quite a party thrower.
Known him long?
Oh, he invites me to his parties. Oh. Excuse me.
Mr. Anderson?
Oh,
Oh, hello, Miss Tucci.
Angela. May I call you Andy?
Nick.
Nick. You know, I thought I knew most of my father's friends. He's never mentioned you.
Let me guess. Astronaut? Industrialist? Spy? Not a spy? Not even for us?
You're funny.
Oh, it shows, huh? Well, never mind what I am. We're talking about you. Now, let me think. I've got it. You teach botany at UCLA.
That's right. Well, how did you guess?
Nothing to it. The rose petals in your hair. Next thing I know, you'll be inviting me to visit your laboratory.
I would. Only I've got a roommate.
Do you live in a spooky castle with a moat and a drawbridge?
Mm-hmm. It's called the Plaza View Hotel.
Oh, on the Strip? I've heard of that place. Full of sad little men who left their wives to find their lost youth. You too?
No, what I'm looking for is...
Paul, forgive me. I'm suddenly terribly tired. Gotta go.
Sure, I'll drive you home.
It's done.
You live here?
Mm-hmm. I'm visiting. I'm a friend of Angela's.
Oh. Well, maybe we can...
Not tonight. Too much, too soon, too late.
Look, 5 minutes ago, you were throwing yourself at me.
I gave you the wrong idea. Sorry. You should have hit me. Only an animal kills with his mouth.
Anything?
I wish I knew.
We're gonna get out a few blocks before the hotel. I want to walk around a bit.
Well, we got a good look at him today. We're gonna hit him tomorrow? I mean, we only got until Monday.
Let me worry about it.
I just figured
Look, kid, take it easy, huh? I won't wreck your career.
Thought this whole thing over last night, and I came up with a pretty good idea. In fact, I think I found the perfect place to hit Tucci. Right at his own house. At this country fair he's throwing. Angela says the place will be mobbed. Starts at 1, ends at midnight. See? At night. Saturday night. Lots of traffic. It's perfect, huh?
No good, kid. Did you see the fuzz there last night?
So? Oh, well, they let us through. We're guests.
I'm not talking about the cops at the gate. I'm talking about inside. A guy can dress up like Santa Claus. You know he's still a cop.
So what?
Well, it works both ways. A good cop knows a hood when he sees one. Guest or no guest. I had a feeling the cop I spotted me. I don't think he saw you. What was he doing there, huh? Been tipped off about the hit? Could be. Anyway, we don't go near Tucci's place again.
Where then?
I'll let you know. In the meantime, you scout around and pick up a car. Hello?
Paul?
Yes, who is this?
This is Elise. Like to go for a ride?
Yeah, sure.
I'm around the corner.
All right, I'll meet you in front.
Who was that? Where are you going?
Out.
Mr. Donnell, we are going to do this, aren't we?
should say I'm surprised. What's on your mind?
I'm funny, remember?
Who are you?
Elise Binns, girl.
Society girl.
What does that mean?
We're from different streets.
Not good enough for you, huh?
I don't get it. Last night you called me an animal. Today you're looking for an animal, is that it?
That's what I wanted. I could find one on my own street.
What do you want with me?
Hey, Paul. Don't you like yourself?
What were we talking about?
The party.
Oh, yeah, the party. There must have been a dozen guys I hadn't seen before. The party was for the girls. Some of them brought sweethearts, some of them brought husbands, some of them brought both.
Now, look, I'm not asking you to cancel the fair. I'm just asking you to stay away from it, that's all.
Just because you saw a guy who didn't like his looks. What are you, mind reader? Harry Houdini or something?
Why take chances with...
Chances! Some two-bit punk gives you a bum steer and you want me to go in and hide. You got the wrong boy.
Nothing scares you, right?
I got nothing to be scared of, nothing. You see the guy, you pick him up. You pick him up. But you get off my back about somebody trying to kill me.
Elise. About last night.
Yeah, I had it coming. My, you can be mean, though.
Is that better?
That was very nice. I have a feeling it's the first time you've ever kissed a girl just that way. You know, I don't know very much about you.
Well, there's not much to know.
Good. I wasn't complaining. As soon as I get to know people, I get involved. I suffer from a terrible disease called over-identification. Besides, what I know about you is enough. Don't look at me like that.
Like what?
Like you like me or something.
You got a guy?
Don't want one. I'm bad for people. I've got a record.
A record?
My mother died when I was born. My father died 2 years later. Grandmother who raised me hated me, so she's alive. But roommate in boarding school got meningitis and she died. Boy I loved drowned, and husband I married ate up a bottle of sleeping pills and slept himself to death. So don't look at me like that.
Killed himself.
It's been almost a year now. Things upset him. Bombs, wars, and maniacs. Was always worrying about death. Couldn't handle life.
Yeah, I know.
Since then, friends been passing me around. Here a month, there a month. Been with Angela too long. Gotta go before something happens to her.
Nothing will happen to Angela.
Will I see you at the fair tomorrow?
Well, if you want me to. You want to?
I'll be at the kissing booth.
I'll be there.
You're a strange man. So right here. Sweet like a friend or fierce like a tiger. Be sweet, Paul. Tigers are for jungles.
Oh, Mr. Donnell. Well, I picked up the car, so we're all set. The minute you give the word. Mr. Donnell.
Yeah.
You know, the more I think about it, the better I like the idea of hitting Tucci at that country fair of his. You know, it's a setup.
Told you to forget about it.
No, listen. They're having this drawing or something, a raffle. Well, we could be mingling in the audience. And Tucci himself is picking out the winners. You couldn't miss him with a pea shooter.
Now, you listen to me. We'll make the hit when I say so. I don't want to hear any more of your ideas. I don't want you making a move until I decide how we do this. You understand?
Sure. But you like my idea, don't you, Mr. Donnell?
Hello. I almost didn't recognize you. You look so different in the daytime.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. You look older or something.
Oh. Well, you know, I do worry a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Really? Tell me about it.
$1. Thank you very much. That feels nice. Okay, break it up. The new shift. Good. Just in time, too. I was getting chapped cheeks. Oh, you love it.
Hi. Aren't you Colin's friend?
Never mind about him. Get to work. Hello?
Hi.
Would you like to play some games?
Sure.
Open just a couple hours, look at the mile. We're gonna clean up. This all goes to the kids. It's gonna make good citizens of them. Keep them off the streets so they don't become, hoods.
Tucci, you know that man?
Yeah, I saw him around last night.
Is he a friend of yours?
Well, I saw him at the party. You can have your lobster Newburg or your filet mignon. I'll take this any day of the week. Any day.
Say, there's a prize I want. Him.
You want that?
Yeah, he wants me too. How good are you with a gun?
What do I get?
The world.
It's a deal.
What do I have to do?
Oh, dear. I'm afraid you have to knock down 6 of them.
All right.
Only 2 more. Steady now. I know you can do it.
Nice shooting. Why, Miss Benz?
Hi. Mr. Anderson, meet Eagle Eye Donnell.
We've met. Well, go ahead, finish up.
Steady now. Don't be nervous. Paul, you're positively perfect. Come on, I want to show Angela.
Who's he?
Oh, he's a friend of Mr. Tucci's, a business associate.
How about a little ride?
Sure, a little ride will do him good.
Say, have you seen Angela?
Tell the guy at the gate run this downtown. If we don't have his prints on file, wire them to Washington. Ask for immediate action. Who is he? Calls himself Paul Donnell.
Say, what's going on?
What does he look like to you, Mr. Tucci?
Ever been out there?
Not this part of it. A little further west and south.
Where?
How old are you?
March 31st, 1941.
Well, the places I've been to, you probably never heard of. Let's see, 41. Yeah, well, when you were a year old, I was in Port Moresby. A year later, see, a bunch of huts in Nadzap, and then Honlandia.
Oh, New Guinea.
On the night of your 4th birthday, I was right out there, on a ship, 5,000 or 6,000 miles from here. In the morning, I went ashore. I never found out the name of the town, if there was one.
Now you're getting downright gappy.
He's from Chicago. Been picked up a couple of times, suspicion of murder. No arrests.
Nothing to worry about, Mr. Tucci, as long as you stand pat right here.
Yeah, wait. Look, I got a raffle. I got to be out there.
Can't somebody else handle it?
I tell you, they'd expect me. It's my fare.
Mr. Tucci.
Look, just the raffle, then I'll come right in. Look, you know the guy. You pick him up. All right.
Paul, it's late. Don't want to miss the raffle. Paul?
Look, remember I said we're from different streets? Well, maybe so. But it doesn't matter. At least not to me. At least, when I'm with you, I don't know, I feel good. And I never used to. But what I want to say is, I don't have much time. And if I'm going to do this thing, it's got to be now.
Do what thing?
I know it sounds crazy, but you said you were thinking of moving on. So am I. Why don't we go together?
This is so sudden. Really is sudden. And I love Wim just as much as the next girl.
At least let's go. Let's go now.
Now? Can we finish our drink first?
Pick up our clothes, we'll drive to Mexico, we'll fly to Rio, any place.
You mean you can do that? Just pack and go? No responsibilities? No last-minute duty?
Nothing. There's nothing to keep me here. I can leave right now.
I've warned you, Paul. I'm a kiss of death.
Kid, you got no idea.
Now.
Yes. Well, what do you say?
Can I think it over?
Sure. Well, I'll make a phone call.
That's plenty of time.
Come on, I'm taking you home. Come on. I have to stop at the hotel. Now, you stay in the car.
What's happened? What's the matter?
Later.
Come on, come on. Everybody, let's get ready for the rifle, everybody. All right, come on. Okay. Now, quiet, everybody. Quiet. You want to win, you got to hear your name. All right? First of all, I want to thank everybody for showing up here tonight for this worthy cause. And, I'd like to make a speech, but this kind of stuff embarrasses me. All right. Now we're going to have 3 prizes here. 3. My daughter Angela's going to pick the winner. Right? Now the third prize comes first. The third prize is going to be a trip to Palm Springs. Now the second prize is going to be the colored TV deluxe set here. All right. And the first prize is going to be a trip to Honolulu.
Sorry I'm late.
Are you all right, Counselor? We just got here ourselves. How about a drink?
Yeah, scotch and soda.
Scotch and soda. Barry?
Say.
3 scotch and soda.
Yeah, and something for them.
Thank you.
Nice place. Oh, I always feel a little guilty if I don't have lunch at Jake's.
Harold don't good. He takes us for granted.
You talked to Donnell?
Yeah? Your committee's terms weren't favorable, Barry.
He prefers the gas chamber to life imprisonment?
He's convinced that a prison sentence won't save him from execution. Just delay it.
You told him he'd be protected.
Somehow he wasn't impressed. And somehow I don't blame him.
Well, thanks for trying, John.
Barry, I was wondering, has your committee set a new date for the hearing?
Not yet. Why?
Well, a little applied psychology. Try and schedule it during the trial. Jerry can obtain a recess so Donnell can appear.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Pressure of being close to a verdict, plus your powers of persuasion, of course.
What about Tucci?
I called his home this morning. Maid said he hasn't been out of his room since the funeral.
John, let me tell you. I really have my doubts about how successful you're going to be with Donnell, but I know you have your own reasons. I just want to say thanks for giving us a hand with this.
Jake.
Jake?
Well, don't look so stupid. 12 times a week I eat my own child. Even I need a change once in a while.
Never been in L.A. before, so they sent Martin along to show me around and to finger Tucci. That's all he was supposed to do. It was his first job. Apprentice killer. Yeah, but he had his own ideas. Eager beaver. His contract was supposed to do things for him. Anyway, I changed my mind. When I called Martin, I was going to give him a story. That we'd been spotted and the hit was off.
You tried to stop him?
Yeah, at the fair. I warned him. I said I'd kill him. Anyway, he went in.
And that's it?
That's how it happened.
You changed your mind, huh? Decided not to murder Tucci.
That's right. Look, Egan, you still available? No deals.
No deals. But you'll have to appear before the crime committee, you and Tucci both. Of course, you don't have to say anything.
Okay.
All right. You've got yourself a lawyer.
Thanks.
Well, don't thank me yet. We've got our work cut out for us.
Well, Egan, maybe you want to think about it, huh?
I've thought about it.
Look, the people who hired me, I'm dirty close to them. They don't want any more trouble with me. As long as they figured the law was going to do their job for them, it was okay. But with you...
Oh? They don't know you have a lawyer.
They sent me one. Guy named Lassiter.
Avery Lassiter?
Yeah. I turned him down. Why not? I didn't need their help to get to where I was going.
He didn't like that, did he?
The people that pay him can't be crazy about it either. And when they find out I got you, John Egan, one of the cops around here told me about you.
You starting to believe what the cops tell you? That's a good sign.
They're going to wonder how you became my lawyer. And if they peg you for trouble, they're going to send somebody after you.
Well, thanks for the tip. But I don't think they'll bother me. They've had their fill of headlines for a while.
Yeah, that cop told me you were like that.
Well, we'd better start talking about your defense.
I'll give it to me straight, Egan. What are my chances? Anybody on that jury going to see me the way I am? I mean, the way I feel now? Not the guy they picked up in Boston or Detroit. The DA is not going to let them forget that.
Your prior record's not admissible. If the DA so much as mentions what you've done or might have done, I'll move for a mistrial. But, something more important. Can we prove that you didn't intend to kill Tucci?
I told you, I tried to stop Martin.
It's not good enough. You might have another reason to try and stop Martin. Nothing to do with Tucci. Anything else? What about this Elise Binns? I mean, according to the police report, you spent a lot of time with her.
Just a girl.
Not worth talking to, huh?
No. No. She hates my guts.
Miss Binns? Miss Binns?
Yes.
I'm John Egan, Paul Donnell's attorney.
Oh, yes, you're phoned.
May I? I'm sorry to have to...
It's all right.
Well, about my client.
Your client.
You were with him just before Miss Tucci was killed, weren't you?
Yes.
For how long?
Afternoon, early evening at the beach. No, here first, then we drove to the beach, and then we drove back here. Just in time to see his friend kill Angela. He said nothing would happen to Angela. Mr. Egan, I can't help you. As far as I'm concerned, your client can rot in jail for the rest of his life.
I guess you haven't heard. The charge against him is first-degree murder. Conviction means execution.
For shooting at that killer?
For murdering Angela Tucci. Oh, he didn't fire the gun. But by conspiring to murder Leo Tucci, which led to Angela's death, in the eyes of the law, he's as guilty as Martin.
I didn't realize.
Does it matter?
Angela's dead.
And you want to see justice done?
I don't understand.
Oh, look, Miss Binns. Donnell is a professional killer. Pay his price, name your target, he'll do the rest. But the people who bought his gun, they murdered Angela. They belong on trial.
And he can tell you who they are.
He won't unless he feels he can be acquitted. I need your help. If there's anything you can tell me that might strengthen his defense...
You're teasing him with his life. And then when he tells you what you want to know, you're not interested in defending him, Mr. Egan.
I'm interested in finding the people that can buy a man's death. The people that bought your friend Angela's death. Miss Binns, I'm a defense attorney. I take my oath seriously. I'm going to be honest with you. Paul Donnell is not altogether what I expected him to be.
Are you telling me he isn't guilty?
Well, all I know is I'm familiar with the species, and Donnell doesn't match up. Now, there's no denying what he's been. But he's got me wondering, how did he get that way? What turned the man into a killer?
Did he preserve a residue of decency that restored his humanity? Did he, Miss Binns? You know, a moment ago, you were very happy to have him rotting in jail. Now you seem very concerned that I won't do everything I can to get him off.
I can't help you, Mr. Egan.
Strange about Donnell. Pro, bungling the job the way he did.
Yeah, he's a pro, all right. Remember the late, unlamented Andy Carmody? Pittsburgh police were sure Donnell had the contract to hit him, but no evidence. He's a sharp worker.
Then why the mess here? How do you let a green punk like Martin muscle in? What happened to the pro?
You presenting your case?
How does it sound?
You sound as though you're having your doubts.
Yeah, something about Donnell. You know, he warned me not to take the case.
Syndicate.
Mitch, he goofed. What makes a man goof? Yeah?
Listen, Egan. If you're smart, you'll drop Donnell's case. Either that or you'll get a bucket of acid in the face. Now, what's your answer?
You want an answer right now?
Yeah.
Well, here it is. Acid. Rotten punks.
I guess Donnell knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about it?
We're going to get a good night's sleep. We've got a busy day in court tomorrow. Come on.
And the state will prove that the defendant, Paul Donnell, together with one Colin Martin, now deceased, came to Los Angeles expressly and solely for the purpose of killing Leo Tucci. That while engaged in the act of attempting this murder, they shot and killed Angela Tucci, a citizen of this state and county. Yes, I say they killed. While it's true that Colin Martin is the one who pulled the trigger that did this deed, equal guilt must fall on the man who plotted it, planned it, paved and pointed the way, the defendant, Paul Donnell.
Mr. Egan?
I'll waive an opening statement, Your Honor.
Mr. Miller, please call your first witness.
Well, I first saw him at the home of Leo Tucci 2 nights before the murder. I was suspicious of him, but I was unable to identify him. I saw him again at the fair, where I was able to obtain his fingerprints. The fingerprints were wired to Washington, where they were identified.
As belonging to Paul Donnell. Now, Sergeant, according to the reports you received, who was Paul Donnell?
Objection. The defendant's prior record is not admissible.
Sustained. Mr. Miller, let me caution you. Questions of this nature are themselves barely short of being prejudicial, as you well know.
Yes, Your Honor. Go on, Sergeant.
Well, that's about it. At the fair, there was a gun battle between Martin and Donnell. Martin was shot. Martin then fired at Leo Tucci. The bullet struck and killed Angela Tucci. I fired at and killed Martin. Donnell then surrendered to Sergeant Kirby.
Now, Sergeant, let me ask you this. Have you ascertained why Donnell and Martin were engaged in a gun battle?
Well, apparently, Martin tried to take over Donnell's job.
You and Sergeant Kirby questioned the defendant immediately after the killing.
Yes, sir.
Did he deny conspiring to murder Leo Tucci?
No, sir. He said nothing at all.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Sergeant, you say that Martin and the defendant fought over who was to murder Leo Tucci. Yes, sir, that's our theory. Why else would they fight? Is that it? Yes, sir. Well, then after Donnell shot Martin, why didn't he kill Tucci? Well, as I said, he was apprehended by Sergeant Kirby. Apprehended? You just said he surrendered. Now, which is it, Sergeant? You told us before that, first time you saw the defendant, you were suspicious of him. Yes, I was. What made you suspicious? Well, you might say I recognized him. Recognized him, but he wasn't identified until 2 days later. Oh, what I mean is I recognized him as a criminal. Oh. How did you do that? Well, sixth sense, feeling, instinct. Do you subscribe to the theory that an experienced policeman has some sort of a extrasensory perception, antennae that vibrate in the presence of criminals? It's usually proved valid. Ever been wrong? Yes, once. I was Going after a pickpocket. Man looked very suspicious, I was sure.
He wasn't a pickpocket.
No, it turned out to be an attorney.
That's a very understandable mistake, Sergeant. Now, this sixth sense, is it reversible? Does a criminal instinctively recognize a policeman?
He might.
Well, it works both ways. Did the defendant see you at the Tucci party?
Yes.
And did he recognize you as a policeman?
He might.
Might have. Well, that's good enough. I'll accept that. Now, Sergeant, will you please tell the court what you know of the defendant's prior record?
Mr. Egan, if you introduce your client's prior record, then I can't deny Mr. Miller the right to do so.
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you. Sergeant?
Well, he's a suspected hired killer. He's been the major suspect in 2 underworld murders. Questioned about several others. No arrests.
A professional killer. Now, Sergeant, does it seem sensible to you that a professional killer would behave the way the defendant did? Would he have exposed himself to you, knowing you recognized him, or might have, not only twice, but 3 times if he intended to kill Leo Tucci?
Objection. Calls for conclusion.
Sustained.
Thank you, Sergeant. That's all.
I thought you said you wouldn't let the DA bring up my record. You want to do it yourself?
I took a chance, but I think it'll pay off.
What if it doesn't?
I've been requested by counsel for the crime committee to recess court for a full day so the defendant may appear before the committee. Therefore, this court is recessed until Thursday morning at 10 a.m.
I just got a call from Conversi at Police Intelligence. Seems a gentleman named Frank Johnson flew in from Detroit today. Name ring a bell?
Gunman?
7 or 8 years ago, we thought we had him for hitting Mickey Dixon.
I remember the case of the vanishing witness.
You pick him up yet?
No, we're tailing him. You know, you and your friend may not be the only ones in town they're interested in. I had a thought, though. Even with tight security, the trip to the hearing's a long way to take in broad daylight.
You want to move Donnell somewhere closer overnight?
I think we'll keep him at a hotel tonight, right around the corner from the Federal Building.
John, play it safe. I got a hunch they love you not. Why don't you stay there, too?
What about Donnell? You had a pretty fair day in court today.
No thanks to you, Jerry.
Look, I want him to talk, but I still got my job to do.
Is he ripe?
I'm not sure. He was a little surprised when I introduced his record in court today.
Well, you can tell him for me, I was too.
I've got a lot to tell him.
Here's to a night of powerful persuasion.
Here, here.
Mr. Egan?
Evening. Everything okay?
Just like apple pie.
Which reminds me, how's the food here?
It's edible. Maybe a little slow. You got one of our men on room service. Oh, by the way, the door locks from the outside, so if there's anything you want.
I'll call room service.
Fine.
Well, home sweet home, huh? I'm going to order a sandwich. You want something? You thinking about tomorrow?
No.
It's no surprise, I warned you.
Your big moment, huh, Egan?
What's on your mind?
This whole thing. Hotshot lawyer defends hired killer. It's all phony, isn't it? You don't give 2 cents about defending me. You're just priming me for that committee tomorrow.
You felt that way. Why'd you go along with it?
Because I want to live. Because I'm a sap. You put on a good show, Egan. But I never had the idea you believed me.
I won't say I did.
Well, now that you know me better, maybe you do. Come on, Egan.
Look, Paul, can you believe me? I know it's a lot to ask. But today in court, when I was asking Anderson about you, I was asking myself those same questions. Did you recognize him as a policeman?
From the minute I saw him. Look, Egan, no more games. Tomorrow's a day off for me. A holiday.
All right, Paul, no games. Tell me, why did you change your mind about killing Tucci?
I changed my mind about killing.
But why? Look, forget the trial, the hearing. I'd like to know for myself.
Well, I've been doing this, working with these people a long time. And a couple of months ago, I'm in my room, lying on the bed, looking up at the ceiling. And I suddenly realized I've been sleeping. I didn't remember waking up. And there was a little light coming in. And it was morning, early. And I'm lying there, looking up on the ceiling. I think maybe I should get up and make myself some breakfast, a cup of coffee. And I say, what for? So I lay down again. Only I couldn't get back to sleep. Just sat there, looking up at the ceiling. Every once in a while, I'm thinking about a cup of coffee. And I heard some kids go by on the way to school. And then later, I heard the postman downstairs. And then I heard the 12 o'clock whistle. I just lay there. I guess I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was dark. I looked at my watch, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I kept thinking, well, maybe I should get up and get a cup of coffee. And I said out loud, what for? And then later I hear the kids going to school in the morning. I just lay there.
Nothing worth getting up for?
I don't know. All I know is I'd had it. I wanted out.
To do what?
Anything. Walk, run, look around. Just out.
Still, you took the contract to hit Tucci.
Yeah, I took it. It was going to be my last job. The day before, I decided. I was through then. Not Tucci, not anybody.
Something happened the day before? Something worth getting up for? Well, I'm starving.
Desk?
Room service, please.
Room service.
2 glasses of tomato juice, a couple of steak sandwiches, medium rare, and a couple of bottles of beer. Room 421.
Thank you, sir.
I saw Elise Binns the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told her about the show I've been putting on for your benefit. You know, hotshot lawyer defends hired killer. You know, for someone who supposedly hates your guts, she thought it was a rotten trick.
She's a funny girl. She's straight. She doesn't like tricks.
Guess she wasn't worried about you. Just a matter of principle.
Yeah, I guess so.
You sure? Was she a witness?
You mean, did she see Martin kill Angela?
No, I mean, did she see you change your mind? Boy, you listen to me. It's not enough to just change your mind. A brave new world doesn't automatically happen. You can't simply put away your gun and look around. None of us can just look around, Paul. And for you especially, it's a luxury you've got to earn.
You mean talk? Blow the whistle?
Yes. Be a stoolie, squeal. It's a dirty word, isn't it? Well, grow up, Paul. You're not squealing on some kid who broke a window with a baseball or snipped off your sister's pigtails. These are monsters with their own kingdom. They rule with force and threats and bribes. They wanted to throw acid in my face if I didn't drop your case.
What?
That's right, pal. I got a call from the people you hate to blow the whistle on. Well, they're ready to do more than simply squeal. And won't they remember you fondly? Good old Donnell. He died with his mouth shut.
Hi. They want you downstairs for something. I'll take over.
Are you new to the squad? I don't remember seeing you.
I'm with the Wilshire Division. We're backing up your detail.
Oh, yeah. Could I see your ID? We've got orders to double check.
Sure, that's okay.
It's me.
He's told you what you want to know. What are you after now? You want to prove he's innocent because you feel guilty?
Miss Binns, how serious was your relationship with Paul Donnell?
There was no relationship. I didn't even know him.
You didn't know he was a hired killer? What did you think he was?
I don't know.
You meet a man at a party, spend the best part of 2 days with him. You must have formed some opinion. I don't know Donnell very well myself. My impression is that he's crude, uneducated, a dark, introverted personality. You care to hear my first impression of you? Breeding, taste, a free and compassionate human being.
Are you sure you're a lawyer and not a palm reader?
What did you want with a man like Donnell? Were you fascinated with the rough edges? Were you slumming? I'm sorry, Miss Binns, that wasn't fair. Look, Paul Donnell is innocent. He's on trial now only because he tried to stop that killing. I want to know why.
You think I changed him, saved his soul?
No. The metamorphosis began before he met you. He was already choking on what he did. All it took was a hope, a promise of something new.
I made no promises.
You sure? Donnell was a professional, an expert. He could have shot Tucci down without any difficulty. But he fell in love with you. Isn't that what happened?
Angela's dead.
Miss Binns, am I way off the track? Or do you feel responsible for Angela's death? What about Paul Donnell's life?
I talked to Chicago. They picked up wind.
Oh, I never thought you'd do it, John.
I didn't do it. Donnell talked because
because he prefers the pen to the gas chamber.
Wrong. He talked because he wants a new life.
Well, that's what he'll get. Life.
You may as well know. I think he's innocent.
Innocent? The man's a killer.
Not this time, Jerry.
Why, because he's a pro and pros don't bungle? I want to tell you something. I once saw Willie Mays drop a pop fly. Well, maybe Donnell got sloppy. Maybe Martin took the ball away from him.
Or maybe the sun got in his eyes.
Oh.
What about Tucci?
I'm seeing him tomorrow.
John, listen, are you really serious about Donnell?
I'm going all out for acquittal, Jerry. See you in court.
Look, when I led you to that committee, I didn't say they had to return you. So sue me. Maybe I will.
Mr. Miller, has the state completed its case?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Mr. Egan?
The defense has only one witness to call. Miss Elise Binns. Miss Binns, you were living at the Tucci home when the tragedy occurred.
Yes. When my husband died, Angela asked me to stay with her.
And you and Angela were very close friends.
Very close.
And you want to see her murderers brought to justice.
Yes.
Miss Binns, do you know the defendant?
Yes, I do.
How long have you known him?
I met him almost 48 hours before Angela was killed.
In that period, 48 hours before the murder, did you spend much time with him?
We were together constantly.
Mm-hmm. Miss Binns, were you in love with Paul Donnell?
I don't know.
Was he in love with you?
I think so.
What makes you think so?
He asked me to go away with him.
Go away?
He said, let's drive to Mexico, fly to Rio, anywhere.
And when did he make this proposal?
About 30 or 40 minutes before Angela was killed.
Did you agree to go with him?
I never had a chance. He had to make a phone call, and when he came back, he said we had to return to the fair. He was terribly upset. He wouldn't talk to me.
Now, getting back to the proposal, did Paul Donnell specify when he wanted to drive to Mexico, fly to Rio?
Yes, he was very insistent about it. He said it had to be now. If he was going to do it, we had to leave now. He kept saying it, now, now.
Now, there was nothing he had to do here before he left.
I asked him that. Could he just pack and go, no last-minute duties?
And how did he answer you?
He said he was able to leave immediately. There was nothing to keep him here.
30 or 40 minutes before the murder, Paul Donnell told you he was ready to leave Los Angeles. Then and there was nothing to keep him here.
Yes.
In other words, he had no intention of murdering Leo Tucci. He cannot be held responsible for the death of Angela Tucci.
I don't blame him for Angela's death.
Thank you, Miss Binns. Mr. Miller?
Miss Binns, you say the defendant asked you to go away with him?
Yes.
Just 48 hours after meeting him? Well, that didn't take long, did it?
Your Honor, I object.
Mr. Miller, your tone is offensive.
Miss Binns, let me ask you this. During those 48 hours you spent with the defendant, did you get to know him?
As well as one person can get to know another?
Now, please, Miss Binns, spare us the psychology.
Yes, I got to know him.
Did you know that he was a professional killer, a paid assassin?
No.
He's admitted it. He's admitted that he was paid to murder Leo Tucci. Now, you must know that.
I know it now.
But you persist in believing that he wasn't going to commit that murder, that instead he was running off to Mexico with you.
Yes, I believe that.
He changed his mind because of you.
Perhaps.
I see. Changed from sinner to saint, all for the love of a pure woman, and all within 48 hours. Thank you, Miss Binns.
Mr. Egan, does that complete your case?
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
Well, here are your summations this afternoon. Court's adjourned until 2 o'clock.
Thanks for what you said today.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't say it, tell you before.
Remember what I asked you that night? Did you decide?
Yes. I had all 5 minutes to think it over.
Tell it to me straight. Would you have gone with me?
No, Paul. If you hadn't met me, you wouldn't be here now. That's why I wasn't going with you. I'm bad luck.
Bad luck. You gave me more than 2 days than I had my whole life. Enough to last me as long as I live. You made me want to live. Don't sell yourself short. So long, kid.
The man that hired Donnell and Martin was Everett Wynn, Chicago.
Win. Small potatoes.
It's a beginning.
Beginning is where it's going to end.
You can help us.
You're out of your mind.
They murdered your daughter.
Yeah, Angie's dead. I'm alive, but I ain't talking.
They killed her. They destroyed the one thing in your life that you really loved, and you're telling them it's all right, all's forgiven, don't give it a second thought?
Look, I'm alive. I want to stay alive. But I ain't squealing. Okay?
Mr. Tucci, if you'd squealed years ago, your daughter would be alive today.
Are you to believe that this man abruptly, suddenly, ended his long career of murder for money because he fell in love? What can he know of love, a human emotion? To him, humanity is simply a target, a measure of his cold marksmanship. Are we to believe in his rehabilitation? Because he named the buyer of his bullets? He only did it to save his life. But let me ask you this. What of Angela Tucci's life? Paul Donnell destroyed it.
True, Paul Donnell came to kill. But here in our city, for the first time, he discovered the precious stuff of life, and he discarded death. He did not, and could not, in the end, conspire to kill Leo Tucci. Now, he stands before you today only because he sought to prevent murder, not cause it. And in so doing, he has acknowledged the sovereignty of the law, and he has bowed to the judgment of this court. His innocence is obvious. I have no doubt of that. And yet, I wonder, how will you judge him? Will past guilt weigh more heavily than present innocence? I know how difficult it will be for you to disregard the defendant's prior record. Yet you must. Paul Donnell must be judged for no crime but the death of Angela Tucci. His judgment for previous sins will be pronounced by an authority far wiser than we.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant not guilty.
What now, Paul?
Depends, I guess.
On what?
On who gets to me first. I'm not kidding myself, Egan. Sooner or later, today, next week, next month, somebody will get to me. I'm unfinished business. That's okay. I got it coming. You know, it's funny. All during the trial, I was worried the jury wouldn't forget the guys I really hit. Now I can't forget them. So in the meantime, I'll try and live.
Excuse me.
You ready?
Ready?
Where to? Mexico, Rio?
Oh, no, kid. Things are different now.
How about that? See if I testify for you again. Mr. Egan, do you handle breach of promise suits?
Got a case?
I'll say I have.
Elise, right now somebody's coming for me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I have to be on the run. A couple of days here, a couple of days there. That's not for you.
What's the matter? Afraid because I'm bad luck?
No, no.
Then don't sell me short. Ready? Goodbye, Mr. Egan. We'll send you a postcard.
Send me lots. You don't hear from us, you know what happened. You see, I hope so.